The political shockwaves from the Ceuta migration crisis are still spreading across Europe. This time, the focus isn't on Spain or Morocco, it's in Italy and Denmark. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni and Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen, leaders from different political traditions, have issued a joint message calling for a much tougher European approach to irregular migration following the events in Ceuta. At first glance, that may seem surprising. Meloni leads a conservative government, while Frederiksen is a social democrat. But on migration, the two have common ground. They argue that Europe cannot accept uncontrolled irregular migration, saying that it places pressure on public services, undermines public confidence, and requires a stronger common European response. They also stress that governments have a responsibility to protect their borders while ensuring public safety. The statement comes just days after the unprecedented event in Ceuta took place. Roughly 70,000 to 72,000 migrants crossed from Morocco into the Spanish enclave in a matter of days, overwhelming local authorities. Most have since returned to Morocco with the cooperation of the Moroccan authorities, but humanitarian and political consequences continue to dominate the European agenda. Meloni and Frederiksen argue that Europe should move faster to return migrants who have no legal right to remain and expand the use of return hubs or repatriation centers in third countries, similar to the deal that Italy has with Albania. They also call for stronger external borders protection and insist that those who settle in Europe should respect the laws and values of the countries that receive them. Their intervention matters because it reflects a broader shift inside the European Union. Only days ago, 22 EU governments urged a tougher approach following the Ceuta crisis, while an emergency meeting of EU interior ministers later produced a more unified tone. Migration remains one of the most divisive issues. European Commissioner for Migration Magnus Brunner defended defended solidarity with Spain while also describing Spain's regularization policy as indeed not a good sign to the rest of Europe, even though he said no direct link has been established between that policy and the Ceuta event. What makes the Meloni-Frederiksen partnership particularly noteworthy is that it shows the migration debate is no longer divided equally between the left and right, although Frederiksen also has always been known for being tough on migration despite being a left-winger. Increasingly, leaders from different political families are converging on the view that Europe must strengthen its external borders, improve returns, and implement the EU's migration framework more effectively, even if they disagree on other aspects of migration policy. Whether these proposals become lasting EU policy remains to be seen. While I do sympathize with the messaging of these two leaders, I sympathize more with Spain, whose borders were enforced by migrants who most likely were weaponized for this specific purpose to cause a political rift and chaos within Europe.